Hello, hello, job streamers. It's Adonis McGreynolds Jr. here with Jess Zeitz, the co-founder of JobStream AI. And this year has been a challenging year for many, many people. I think we would be remiss in not mentioning that ultimately we are still kind of in the same place, if not in a worse place, this year with hiring than we were the last few years. What we're seeing is that there's a lot of supply out there, lots of people looking for work, people that are coming from other places in the world or maybe even looking to work remote that are competing with you for jobs that you're ultimately looking to fill. So, what do we do? How do we handle this whole situation? Jess, care to elaborate a little bit on what's been going on?
Yeah, for sure. So actually, I did read some new stats this morning, which were sadly not good. So in 2024, December 2024, 37% of people felt that jobs were plentiful. And this year, December 2025, that fell by 10%. So only 27% of people now feel like jobs are plentiful. And also, it used to feel that 17.9% of people in 2024 said that it was hard to get a job. And now 15.2% of people are saying that. So, the other way around. 15% of people said it was hard to get a job last year, and now 17.9% are saying that. So we can see that, there are issues. There's been major layoffs. Amazon, UPS, Target, Paramount, they all announced layoffs in October because they want to integrate more AI into their business and less people. So that is obviously a huge problem. And most people said that their buying plans for major purchases like cars, appliances, and homes are on the decline. They don't have future plans to buy. So clearly, the job market is really not good. And that is exactly why we're here to help. And this is exactly why this is the best time to take advantage, because a lot of people are going to go on holiday mode. They're going to go on vacation. They're not going to think about it. So you're going to have a lot less competition, and you're going to have a huge head start in 2026 if you start now in November.
Amen to all that. Yeah, those stats are very depressing for people who don't have any haven't had any success in 2024 with finding anything, and so in 2025 it's just gotten more and more difficult. So the question is how do we combat this? Is there any hope out there remaining for people that are just have been struggling over the past couple of years with finding employment? If you've been out of a job for 6 months or more, is there hope for you? Is there a plan that you can jump on to rectify things? Well, the answer is yes. There is absolutely something you can do. There's multiple things you can do. The thing is that are you willing to do what it takes? Right? There's three different ways, three different roads most frequently traveled. Um, and I guess like the best way to start would be talking about the first road. Now more than ever, people are leveraging recruiters and leveraging job search agencies to help them with their job search because they're realizing this is just too much of a beast to handle alone, right? So you need experts and you need connected people. And we agree, like this is the best way to go. Now, there are different levels and degreeing types of services, right? You have job search coaches, and then you have people who are like job search agents, right? There's a huge difference between the two. Career coach is going to tell you, here's what you should do, and I'm just going to tell you how to do it, right? And then you have to go out and you have to find a way, right? You have to find a way using that advice by the career coach to make it happen, right? Um, what are we seeing with that result, right? And that's the corresponding question. Like, is it useful to get a career coach? It depends on who you get as your career coach, right? There's a lot of them out there, seemingly more and more every day because they're seeing the need, right? There's a lot more people out there that are seeing a need to help people, but maybe they themselves are nowhere near qualified of being able to say anything on the matter because they don't do recruiting, they don't see how the job market is, they don't understand what's actually getting people in the door. So it's a hit and miss, and you have to do your research. You have to understand, like, career coach it's gonna vary, like what you get in terms of advice there. What do you advise people regarding this particular option, Jess?
Yeah, so sorry, the particular option, the last little bit you said just cut out. So I just want to make sure when I answer it makes sense.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. So, our audience is curious about like if I'm going to go with a career coach, right? What are the pros and cons of that? What should I be looking for? This is the road most frequently traveled for a lot of people, is just to get a coach that can help them
Oh, yeah.
navigate this situation.
Yeah. Actually, that's something that I want to push more in 2026 for JobStream AI because I think it is so valuable. It is also more accessible for people because the prices is a little bit lower than when it's completely done for you. So it's just such a nice sweet spot. Like, I love coaching. I feel like I'm really helping people, making a huge difference. It is also easier for people to get in because they're not at the highest level of payment. And it is really, really valuable, really helpful. I mean, we know that because like every Olympic athlete has a coach, every sports team has a coach. Like, you literally can't do things without a coach. And when you are feeling lost like this, especially if you've been out of work for 6 months or more than 6 months, that's a crazy amount of time not to have money coming in. So I would be extremely stressed and I would pay a lot of money just for hope. So at least coaching gives you that hope without having to pay a lot of money. It gives you structure, it gives you discipline, it gives you steps, it gives you things to do. And of course, the whole point of it is that you'll get results, and you'll get results faster because you have experts on your side, who learned, like we learned from our mistakes, and we, spent all this money and lost all this money on bad things. So now we can take all of our experience and give it to you, and you can just cut out all that garbage and get straight to the point so much faster, so much easier. So I think coaching is one of the best options if you really feel like you're struggling, you need hope, and you don't have $10,000 or more to spend right now. Coaching is your number one option.
Yeah. And to be clear as well, like coaching, the type of coaching that you receive does matter. And so what we're talking about with JobStream AI is we're not going to coach you on just your resume and your LinkedIn, right? There's so many aspects to your job search that need to be addressed, whether it be how you interview, whether it be how you're actually going about applying for roles. Because we do all of the done for you services, we know what it's like to actually be an applicant in the field because we're actually going out and doing it for people. We have unique insights that a lot of career coaches don't have, that don't offer the done for you service. If the career coach you are going to does not offer a done for you service, the likelihood is that they do not know how the application process works very well and won't be able to give you much guidance there. So keep that in mind. Like when you're going and you're looking for a career coach, the inability to be able to go out into the market and produce results for your clients is kind of a telltale sign that maybe they're not going to know as much as other people in regards to this. So just a little word to the wise for people who are looking. Now, the second option beyond career coaching is to get a job search agent. And the job search agent does what we do. They're done for you service. And there's other people that do a done for you service. The question then becomes, how do I gauge which done for you service that I want? Because there's a lot of them out there now. So what does JobStream AI do differently than other job search agencies? Well, for one, our pricing is top notch, and we'll get into the promos in just a bit because I don't want to leave you guys hanging without any type of reference for pricing or anything like that. But our promos are great. So you're not going to spend as much money on our service as you would on typical job search agencies. Additionally, what you're going to find is we provide more options for anybody who feels like, okay, I've tried this and it doesn't work. What else can I try, right? Most job search agencies are going to try and help you automate your job search. This is a no-brainer, right? If you're not doing this, if your coach doesn't tell you to do this, they're not a good coach, right? Automation works. Automation allows you to be able to get beyond however many resumes you're submitting a day, right? If you're submitting 11 a day, that's not enough. You're going to need at least 50, 100, 150, and consistently. AI doesn't get sick, tired, doesn't decide, I'm going to take a break and scroll my Instagram. It's going to do its thing. It's programmed to do one thing, and that's to get you ahead and push messages and push applications and so on and so forth. We have the ability of giving you internal applications at scale, so helping you apply to 100, 150 resumes, send 100, 150 resumes a day to companies that you want to apply to. And then we also have the ability to outreach directly to hiring authorities through email or LinkedIn on your behalf. Both of those going at the same time. We have the ability to do that. So that's one thing. We also have the ability to cold call. That's something that I've always loved to do. And it kind of separates JobStream AI from other companies because who else is cold calling to schedule interviews for you? You need somebody that has strong people skills, can get into companies and understand what companies are looking for. I'm also a traditional recruiter. So the odds are, especially depending on what industry you're in, I may already have a role for you, right? But if I don't, I know how to call in and create one. That's a very important quality there. We also have video marketing, right? We're in the day and age where being able to communicate via video and be able to showcase a person's abilities is very important. It's a way of beating objections. It's a way of showing them that you're the real deal and a real person, by the way, because we've had a lot of issues over the course of the past year with fake AI applicants. So it goes both ways. It's just a total mess right now, the predicament we find ourselves in the world. But yeah, you need a job search agent that can offer you everything that you're going to need for your search, whether it be video marketing, cold calling, resume and LinkedIn writing, whether that be social media content strategy, which Jess does, or anything else that you can think of. JobStream AI can provide it for you. So that's option number two. Pricing on that is obviously going to be more than on the career coaching side because we're doing a lot more, but you'd be surprised. We have some really good deals there. The third thing and the third option, and this is not the recommended option, it's what most people are doing. And that is, you know what? It's a lot of money to get a coach or to get a job search agent on my side. I'm just going to go it alone. And what this usually results in is three things, right? If you go it alone and you don't get any help from an expert, you usually end up spending a lot of time doing things that nobody's even paying attention to or even looking at, such as manually submitting your resume a ton of times to companies that just aren't a good fit for you. Number two, you get burnt out because after all of that effort, it's just like, oh, like I can't do it anymore. And you get depressed and then you give up because at some point, it's like I'm fighting against a million different people. I'm not doing anything that's helping me stand out, and I'm just in no man's land while my bills are just racking up, right? So I'm not actually confident that I'm getting anywhere. I'm losing my confidence, I'm losing my hope for a job, and now we're competing with a million other people that also need to pay their bills and are also going to try and stand out. So you're just kind of lost, right? And the third outcome, other than being burnt out or just wasting your time, is ultimately like you get interviews. Let's say you're a person who gets a lot of interviews. This is one big reason why some people don't get help is because they're getting all these interviews. But the interviews are leading to a lot of dead ends. They're leading to a lot of frustration because, like, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't land the job. Well, there's probably ulterior reasons why you're being selected for these interviews, and there's also probably reasons why they're not going with you, right? Something that a coach or a job search agent can help you mitigate. Also, it hurts a lot less to be rejected in an interview when you didn't work literally an entire month to get that one interview. Right? Like we can get you 2 3 interviews in a day with our system. So like there's no reason not to go with one of the first two options, unless you're able to just get tons of interviews on your own and those interviews turn into jobs, right? So you got to be like a top 1 to 3% of the population to just have it like that. That's just kind of how it goes. So you could be extremely excellent at what you do and still end up on the outside, marginalized. So, any comments on what I just said, Jess? Do you think that that's a pretty fair assessment of the way things are going in the market?
Yeah, absolutely. I think all your points were really great, and it absolutely rings true. Like, I would rather spend $5,000 right now and then have $100,000 a year job within 2 months, 3 months, versus wait and try to do it myself, and then 6 months down the line, you still don't have a job. So then, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, I spent 5 grand and now I'm making money, or it's like, oh, I'm out almost $30,000 because, let's say 6 months of $5,000 a month net profit is 30,000. So you're going to be out so much more in the long run just to try to save a few bucks at the beginning. So for me, it's really not worth doing that. And I think if you really think about it that way, and it's a no brainer. Like if I said to you, hey, give me 5 grand and I'll give you back 100,000, you're going to want to give me $5,000 every second of the day. So don't really think about it as an expense. Think about it as an investment in your future, in yourself, and it will be an exponential ROI, because you'll be placed so much faster and you'll be making money so much faster than if you're trying to do it yourself and it takes 6 months to a year.
Exactly. Yep. Everything you just said, I agree with. I'll add these 3 points as well because it needs to be said. There are going to be people out there who try to go a fourth route, which is calling recruiters and trying to get basically a free job out of them. I'm here to tell you this is not the ideal method anymore. There was a time where this was actually a really smart call. Unless you're temp trying to get like a temp job, and even then it's gotten so competitive, it's just very difficult. But trying to get a job through a recruiter nowadays is like, asking somebody to let you know when they see a purple squirrel, right? Like, can you call me when you see a purple squirrel? And that purple squirrel is so rare that the likelihood of them calling you back for a position that's exactly fit for you that a company would pay the recruiter for is just so detrimentally small. Even if you're a really good pro at what you do, there's like 15, 16 other people that are also connected to that recruiter, who that recruiter may have more incentive to go with those other talents than you, right? So there just really isn't any way to ensure, if you're going with a recruiter, especially a contingency recruiter, there's no way to ensure that you're going to get the job. There's no way to ensure that you'll even be notified or followed up with. Most recruiters, unfortunately, do ghost you if they don't see an opportunity for you within the first few days of them reaching out. So it's just kind of how it works. I mean, you can certainly go that route. It's better than going alone, I suppose. But let's just make it clear that having your own job search agent and or your own career coach is a far more optimal choice. And we're not just saying that because, we happen to own those categories. We're also traditional recruiters. Don't forget that. So of all people that can make that statement, it doesn't hurt me any to make that statement and to say people who are not paying me to go out and hunt for jobs for them, I'm not incentivized to put them in front of my clients, right? Especially if such and such people have been out of work for a while, right? Clients are really mainly paying me for people that are currently working and dominating, right? That's what typically recruiters are getting paid for. So just keep that in mind. You're not on the same level as most of the people that the recruiters are going to be presenting to their clients most of the time. And if you are, kudos, maybe it'll work out for you. I would encourage you to try, at least if you're on that level. But for most people, it's just not going to work. As we round out this call, I don't want to, or this interview rather, I don't want to drag it out too long. We're already at 17 minutes. Jess, we're going to go ahead and talk about some special deals that we've got going on this holiday season. Now, November is right about over, right? We're at Thanksgiving. We got a couple more days left for people to see this. We're going to post this on LinkedIn so people understand where we're coming from. So what we're doing with November is, if you're looking for a coach, right? If you're looking for a coach and you're thinking, you know what, I just need somebody to direct me, to guide me through a roadmap. We've gone through stuff like this in previous videos. In fact, the last video on our channel with 10 steps to secure your job, we'll go through all of that with you and give you all the details that you need to execute that plan. But it's round about $1,000 to join that coaching package, right? But we're also including the hot list with it for the month of November. Any package that you purchase within the month of November, you're getting access to our hot list. We have a couple of videos on that. It's essentially us giving you a free report of the hidden market. And being recruiters and being outreach professionals, we know about all the hidden roles that a lot of recruiters don't know about. I'm very, very well connected. And through those connections, there's going to be a lot of jobs that you're not aware of that you could potentially seize because you're the only one that knows about it. So that's a huge competitive advantage. And that's going to be 4 times a month that you'll be getting that list. It's literally a weekly event. So you're getting that for free in addition with coaching if you were to go ahead and purchase the guide right now in the month of November. That's our cheapest package and comes with a lot of really cool stuff. It also makes you a higher priority fit for anything that we're recruiting for directly. So that's an amazing deal. In addition to that, for the month of November, if you are basically hired within and let go, unfortunately, within 60 days of being hired, we'll continue to work with you free of charge. So that's like a good guarantee that, like, hey, we're here for you, like as your coaches, as somebody who's going to be continually delivering value to you in terms of the hidden market. We're here for you and we'll continue to work with you if you end up getting let go with no additional charge. Okay. So this only applies to one company you get hired and let go by. If you have a habit of getting hired and let go like 3, 4, 5 times in a row, at some point we're going to have to cut ties. But regardless, definitely important for the month of November to keep in mind you get that free with the coaching package. Now, in the month of December, this is a really, really killer deal. This is in the Christmas spirit, if you will. We are offering two really amazing things. One is the ability to upgrade your package from our done for you service to our VIP service if you do not land a role in the first month. So that's a $5,000 service that you would essentially inherit within like a 30-day period if you're not employed within the first 30 days. So that's an incredible deal. If you don't know about our VIP versus done for you package, check us out online, see what the package differences are. We also have some videos on our channel outlining what the VIP offers. It offers cold calling, video marketing, and a lot of other services that the done for you service doesn't offer. So you'd be getting all of those compound services, basically added to your package for free. That's pretty great. And then also with those packages, if you sign up within the month of December or before the month of December is over, you can get $300 off the VIP or the DFY. And that's a pretty great deal because, these can be pretty pricey. So to have like $300 off is an incredible offer. So those are our deals for November. For December, November is more or less kind of focused on the coaching side of things. Like, let us help you, let us get going on trying to make sure that these things work for you. And in all aspects of what we do, our goal is to help you get hired as quickly as possible. So any closing words, Jess, on what we're offering here and this opportunity?
Yeah, I think we're crazy. No, I'm joking, but it is an amazing deal. So I would really, really take advantage of that. I mean, the free upgrade, I think this is probably going to be like one of the only times that we're ever going to do this year because it is like a really, really good value. And a lot of our time will be taken up, but we really want to help people. We really want it to be a good season. We know the job market sucks. So if you are struggling, take advantage of these promos. It's probably going to be the best we're doing all 2026. And they really, really are great, great deals.
Right on, right on. All right. Well, I think we've said our bit, and we look forward to seeing you on the other side. For those who are looking, best of luck. Best of luck to you, and come and find us. You can find us at www.jobstreamai.com. We look forward to seeing you.